Yo, what's going on? It's Greg Santos, and welcome to the Outlier Circle. If this is your first time joining me here today, my name is Greg. I help isolated outliers who lack a powerful network of peers and mentors build a world-class network filled with successful people. If that sounds like you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below and hit that bell as well so you can get notified every single time I drop a new video. It's all about connecting and helping you meet and form relationships with mentors. So today I'm going to talk about what is a key characteristic that potential mentors and really ambitious people look for when they want to connect with people. Now, here's a big, misconception that people have. They think that because somebody who is like at the top of their level, at the top of their game, and who has made it, they don't want to connect and network with people who are far below them. To an extent, that is true. Now, the thing is, they want to connect and meet and help the right people. Now, you might be wondering, Greg, like, what makes you qualified for this? Well, personally, I actually have 6 mentors. 2 of the 6 are 7-figure business owners, and then another 2 of them are 8-figure business owners. Another one of them was a millionaire back in the 90s, actually launched the very first online casino, and another one actually has a successful business. Is not bringing in 7 figures, but is successful nonetheless. And the crazy thing is I haven't paid any of them any kind of money for any kind of coaching, but they've helped me out along my journey. And, again, subscribe if you want to hear more about my story in videos that come out later, and you'll see how I built and formed relationships with these people. But today is, what characteristics do these people look for? Now, here's one thing you got to understand. Now, Tony Robbins talks about this a lot, and he talks about that people like people who are like them. Does that make sense? People like people who are like them or like how they want to be like. Now, you got to understand, these people who are very successful, people who have made it, people who are at the top of their game, these are people who are on their purpose. They are living through their mission. And you got to think about, what is it like to be in their shoes? Well, chances are they had to make tremendous sacrifice. They didn't try to have this baller social life while at the same time trying to build this really successful business, and at the same time also do all these other side projects on the side. They said, no, this is what I want. This is my purpose. This is the path that I'm going to take, and this is the road I'm going to go down. And if you do not want to be part of that, oh well, they had to cut out relationships. They had to say no to certain things. They had, I know that another guy I really look up to. I wouldn't say he's a mentor of mine because I've only met him one time in my life. His name is Brandon Carter, aka King Keto, and he's built a couple 7-figure businesses. And in one of them, he tells a story about how he had to miss his grandmother's funeral, and he had to miss a lot of different things. And if you listen to successful people talk, they often talk about birthdays that were missed and things like sacrifices they had to make for their business, right? Or whatever it is that they built for themselves. Now you got to think about that. You have to emulate the same thing. You have to make those same difficult decisions. If you have average people in your life, you got to cut those people out, because you cannot achieve huge amounts of success while hanging out with people who think little and think that they can't achieve huge amounts of success as well, that don't have similar goals and similar values. It's going to be infinitely harder for you to achieve huge amounts of excellence if the people that are in your circle just care about, what are they going to get drunk on this weekend? Like, who's doing what? Gossiping about things that are going on in the news, or celebrities doing this and that, or super obsessed with sports. Nothing wrong with sports. If you like sports, that's awesome. But if they spend all their energy and dedication to just keeping up with what's going on, who's getting drafted to what team and where they came from, look, they're thinking about the wrong kind of things. You should be thinking about, what kind of legacy do you want to live? What kind of business do you want to build? What kind of life do you want to live? How can you set up your life so we can live anywhere in the world? These are the kind of people that you should surround yourself with. And the more you can surround yourself with those people, the more it feels normal, and the more you accept it. And here's the thing. The difference between someone who's successful and someone who's not successful is that the person that is successful simply believes that they can. right? It comes down to belief. And what belief is all it is, it's an idea that holds a lot of certainty in your brain. Okay? Now, if that certainty gets shaken up by hanging out with, people who don't have those same goals and ambitions, the chances are it's going to be really challenging for you to go for what you want and be successful at it. So here's the point of this video here. You got to be on your mission. You got to make sacrifices, and you can't just say it. Anyone can say it. Anyone can post a nice quote on Instagram or talk about it, but you really have to live it. I'll give you an example. I have distanced myself from my high school friends. Nothing wrong with them. I love them to death. They've been there for me. I'd be there for them if they really needed me. And I text them on their birthdays, and I love them. Love them to death. Don't have similar goals and values as I do. Don't want the same things out of life. And that's okay. They were part of my life for a good portion of it. We added a lot of value to each other's lives, and we helped each other out, and I'm very grateful for them. Now that chapter's closed. Now I'm moving towards this side, and I'm growing. But last year, I turned 24 years old, and I had a really, really good buddy of mine saying how he wants to celebrate me and celebrate my birthday. Now, I had to say no. I said, no, it's all right. You don't have to celebrate my birthday. It's okay. That wasn't an easy decision to make. People that I love and people that they want to pay for my dinner, they want to celebrate me, and I had to say no. And that's how serious you got to be. You got to be like, look, I love them, but I got to love them from a distance, because I knew if I hung out with them, it wouldn't have been a very enlightening time, and I would have felt guilty at the end of the dinner. That's really how I would have felt. I would have felt like I wish I stayed home. I wish I read some books. I wish I ate some food, or not ate some food, right? But I wish that I did something more productive. It sounds a little messed up, and it can be, and it's hard. These are hard decisions I have to make because I love them. It's not that I think I'm better than them, but it's because I'm on my purpose. I'm on my mission. I'm on a mission to live anywhere that I want in the world. I'm on a mission to build a business where I'm extremely successful and I'm able to give and contribute in the ways that I want to, and live however I want on my own terms without having to listen to or having other people make decisions for me. That is like the worst thing ever for me. That's like a nightmare. So you have to figure out, what's your mission? What is it that you want? And if you don't know what you want, what I did, you don't have to be as crazy as I am. I got this from Mr. Derek Moneyberg. He says to lock yourself in a bathroom for 2 days, bring food, bring water, no technology, and write down the answer to the questions: who am I? What kind of life do I want to live? And who are the people that I want to have in my life? And I did that for 48 hours. I only left the bathroom to go to sleep and to refill my water. That's it. Woke up, I was in the bathroom at 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. on the first day. I was in the bathroom from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on the second day. That's intense. Now, if you aren't able to do that, or that seems a little bit, too intense for you, first, I would recommend you figure out a way how you can do that. Maybe rent out an Airbnb, go to a hotel, take some time. If you're very serious about this, if you really want to know what your mission and your purpose is, go do that. But I also did this exercise a few months before that, maybe 4 or 5 months before that, and I did it for 9 hours. And I'll tell you what, 9 hours really gave me a lot of clarity. And when I went back to revisit it, a few months later, when I did the full 48 hours, I found myself rehashing a lot of stuff that I wrote down in the 9 hours, except this time I just rewrote it, and it just sunk in even deeper inside of me. So the thing is, why this is important is because you can't fake this. You can't, it shows in your language, it shows in how you carry yourself, it shows in your eyes. It's like you communicate this subconsciously. And people who are high value pick up on this. They can see this, they can feel it. They know when someone's on their mission, they know when someone's working hard, and they know exactly what they want, and it bleeds through you. So You want to connect with mentors, you want to connect with very successful people. It starts with you being on your mission because people like people who are like them, and these people are on their mission, and you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb amongst the sea of average people when you two meet. If you got some value from this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I got some more awesome information coming out for you. Again, I'm super excited to help you out. Welcome to the Outlier Circle. If this is your first time checking me out, talk to you in the next video.